Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Alrighty. Um, all right, we're in Canvas today. We're in Canvas. All right, so I'm gonna make these things disappear because that was last quarter. You can't do those anymore. All right, so a lot of you either owe me the genetics engineering gizmo or the essay or PowerPoint, or I mean, poster, however you chose to present that topic. Let me just go to that assignment first. All right. And then I wanted to clarify some things too. So you either doing the gizmo that you started, and if you were okay with that, then you need to complete that and submit that. If you had ran into some trouble with the gizmo, then you need to do the second activity as well. Both have the same point value. All right, with this one, you want to link topic one and topic two together. You want to make sure that you answer these questions. It's on the same topic as the gizmo activity. It's just you're presenting it in a different way. Let me admit these other folks first before I continue. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. If you just came in, remember you're supposed to be on camera. All righty. All right, so if you're doing the essay, you needed to have linked the topics in part one with part two. So the first one says investigate how genetic engineering has been used to improve corn crops, in particularly the bee corn and the herbicide resistant, but you also want to take point number one in part two. Explain usually means more than one sentence, how scientists modify crops using genetic engineering. So those 2 points go together. All right, next one, explore the role of bacteria in genetic engineering, including strains from the crop protection, pest control, or industrial applications. And that's the scientific name of the bacteria that you're looking at. Link that with describe the specific role of so describe the role of specific bacterial strains in genetic engineering. So those 2 points go together. Okay. Then examine how genetic engineering affects the caterpillars, and this is the scientific name of our caterpillar, including the interactions with genetically modified plants. And that goes with discuss genetically engineered corn, how corn, sorry, back up. Discuss how genetically engineered corn impacts our caterpillar, involving potential benefits and concerns. So remember, this is 25 points. So you need to make it a 25-point essay or a 25-point poster presentation. I don't imagine that you're going to do the storytelling approach because that involves too much. So pick one of the first two, either do a poster or do an essay. Some of you are doing PowerPoints, and that's fine too. But in doing so, make sure that you link the research part with the analyze and explain part. And then you need to end, and we're not going to share the project with the class necessarily. But you do have to end with a statement that discusses the ethical and environmental implications of genetic engineering. And I didn't put on here, but you should include your references. Because if anytime you're doing research, you need to include references. Okay, I read some already that were kind of brief. And so if you wish to resubmit that based on my discussion today, that's what you should do. Okay. All right. So again, half of y'all still owe me one or two of these assignments. If you have already done that and you're satisfied with the grade that I've already given you, the next thing that we're going to do is I want you to read this PowerPoint. So come back to your homepage, click on what is sustainability, and there is a PowerPoint that you're going to download. And I want you to just go through and read this. We're going to have a lot of questions based on the information in this PowerPoint. So bottom line is everybody has something to do. Most of you need to work on the first assignment. If you finish the first assignment, then you are reading the information in the PowerPoint. And I'm probably going to say this all over again because there are about 5 or 6 people who are late to class. All right. So backing up just a little bit. You are doing one of two things. You either need to finish and this is the absolute last time I'm going to be looking for this. There'll be no more class time allotted to be working on that gizmo or the essay. Okay, so you're working on this assignment, doing either completing the gizmo or, even though it says gizmo is still the title, complete the gizmo or complete this activity here. And again, if you're going to do this activity, it is worth 25 points. You need to make it 25 points worth of an activity. And I stop because we have some folks just joining. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. Bad part about being late is you make me repeat everything all over again. All right. So again, if you have not turned in this assignment is due today. Okay, you were either doing the gizmo or doing the essay as an alternative project. We've been working on this since Friday, Thursday. So we need to get this done and then we're going to move on. Okay. If you are doing this, you're either doing the poster people, a couple of people did this as a PowerPoint. So if you're going to do it as a PowerPoint, then you need to, like I said, make sure that you are integrating the points, the research part with your analyzed part. They go together. So there's 3 points. They go with the 3 points in 3 points in one, go with the 3 points in two. So they should be together. So you should have a good paragraph on each one, is what I'm saying. So when you investigate, you need to have some discussion about the corn. And then you need to explain how scientists are modifying the corn. In the next paragraph, you should explore the bacteria. And then you need to describe the role of specific bacteria. Okay, that's your next paragraph. Lastly, you are going to examine how genetic engineering affects the caterpillars, and in that you're going to discuss the how genetically engineered corn impacts our caterpillar larvae. Okay, notice I don't not necessarily saying how to pronounce that, and I don't want to mispronounce it. So we're just going to know that that's the caterpillar larvae. Okay. Not all scientific terms are easy to say. All right, so again, if you've already done it, I've graded it, and you didn't get the 25 points, that's because you did not give a good talk and link these two points together. Okay, and lastly, you need to have a summary. So basically, it's 4 paragraphs Okay, one on each of these, and then your discussion on ethical and environmental implications. And that too should be more than one sentence. Okay? Ethical, environmental, that's two different points. They're not together. So you need to discuss that as your conclusion statement. All right? So that's what you need to be working on today. And again, if I have graded yours and it was satisfying, um, the sustainability PowerPoint. We are going to have a quiz on this, so make sure that you do go through and read this. There will be an activity on sustainability, so please go through and read this. Any questions? Any questions? All right, if I submitted. All right, yes, I will. I can send it back. Yes, I will. In fact, I think the couple of the ones that I graded already, I need to send back so that you can. In fact, I'm going to do that. If you've already submitted an essay, a couple of you need to look it over again because some of y'all do these things quick, fast, and in a hurry, and um, it's just done to get it over with. So we're going to try for excellence this semester. All righty. So yes, if it's not a 25, I'm going to ask you to resubmit. Okay. All right. Again, for those of you who just came in late, today, you need to be working on one of two things, and it's due today. We've been working on this since Thursday, so it's time to move on. Again, if you are logged into class, you need to be working on the assignment in this class. There we go. Okay, I must need to refresh. There it is. Okay. All right, I have it. Yes, yes. All right, remember this is a short class, so let's focus on um, oh, okay. Um, Okay. Okay, Jayla, I reassigned it so that you can, um, if you wish, make that adjustment. All right, folks, again, think of question number one as your introductory statement. So, and then point number two as the explanation of why we're using. So if you for the corn crop, why are we trying to genetically modify corn? Do an introductory statement about the corn and then explain how scientists are modifying it. For the next one, um, explain why we need to genetically engineer bacteria and then describe the role of specific strains in genetic engineering. Okay. The last one, it says examine uh, the effects on caterpillars. So what are the caterpillars doing to the crop that they need to be taken care of as far as the third point? How are we engineering? What about engineering the corn is affecting the caterpillar? So you want to just identify it like that, kind of have an introductory statement, and then number two is the answer to the question. Okay. Mm. Otherwise, Jayla, that was beautiful. Yes. Yes. The point two is excellent. And your pictures are wonderful. In fact, when you're finished with that, I may show that tomorrow to everybody. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And those of you who are doing an essay, it wouldn't hurt to include a picture or two. I mean, I didn't state it in the instructions, but it wouldn't hurt because it'll show that you did some research and you know what the corn looks like and what the caterpillars look like and what the bacteria look like. The evidence of research. Okay, that being said, everybody has something to do. Mm, all right, so if you should be reading the PowerPoint if you finish with the other assignment.
Excuse me, what time do we leave? It's
I didn't understand what your question was.
it's 10:23.
Okay.
I was just saying, so I don't know the time to leave.
No, you just got here.
No, I'm just saying.
You leave at 10:40. Today
Oh,
is 10:40.
okay.
10 o'clock to 10:40. Mm. And it's 10. People just showing up. Remember, folks, you're supposed to be on camera. All right, Lucas, check your to-do list on your homepage and complete anything that you have not already done. Mm. When folks on camera doesn't mean I'm looking at your ceiling fan. The whole point of doing the non-focus is so that nobody sees you but me. But I do need to see you. Oh, okay. Jayla, I'm sorry. I forgot to also point out you didn't answer the last question. All right, let me pull this back up. Okay. And the last question, so you need to add an additional slide. Um, okay, let me first get back to the assignment. And I can share. Okay. All right. Folks, don't forget there's a concluding statement that goes along with the 3 points. Lastly, you need to discuss. So that's kind of like your conclusion statement. Discuss the ethical and environmental implications of genetic engineering. In other words, should we be doing this? We are altering the way nature creates these organisms. What are the pros and cons of genetic engineering? Is basically what that question is asking you. What are the pros and cons of genetic engineering? And again, that can't be answered in one sentence. And actually, it says due tomorrow, but we'll not be using class time to look at this tomorrow. We're moving on. So it's not going to be late until tomorrow, but I would be working on this today. And again, where it says poster, when a couple of people are doing PowerPoints, and that's a wonderful thing. It doesn't ask you for pictures, but pictures are nice. Mhm.
It's 10:38.
Okay. All right, folks. You wrap it up so that you can go to your next class. I like the way you're watching the clock. All right, so you know what to do. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to go through that sustainability PowerPoint. And I've got questions for you. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So make sure that you wrap this up. I'm not allowing class time for you to finish this. So make sure that you, if you're still working on it, that you